Hey guys, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. I'm going to read through the full article here. We'll also briefly look at a second article. It is an update. I did make a video in regards to this topic 2-3 weeks ago. It's a tragic situation. A 15-year-old boy was charged with first-degree arson and malice murder and felony murder. He allegedly set fire to his own family home. The home quite clearly burnt down in entirety, and in so doing, his 10-year-old sister, Zoe McCue, died. She was in a windowless bedroom or a windowless room. She had no way of escapes or to escape. She died. The boy, if I recall correctly, was arrested within a couple of hours, a few hours. He was a few miles away from the home. The father was not at the property at the time. The father was doing something or other out of the area with his other daughter. So it's an absolute tragedy. The most important aspect is that it led to the death of this 10-year-old girl, a complete innocent angel. And, as we say, it seems very likely that the 15-year-old brother is guilty. That's what he's been charged with, of having set the family home alight, first-degree arson, which led to the death and murder of his 10-year-old sister. But there's more that's come out. These two parents, the parents of the dead 10-year-old girl and the 15-year-old boy that's currently detained, they are now wanted criminals. So police are searching for them. I think it's fair to say that they're not necessarily on the run at this point. I could be wrong. Maybe they are classified as being on the run. But certainly the police in Gwinnett County are searching for both of these parents. Their names are Karina Wisniewski McCue and William Lynn McCue. Their last known address was the Hometown Suites located at 1775 North Brown Road in Lawrenceville. They were last seen driving a 2017 white Honda Accord with Georgia tag CHB 7385, heading towards northbound near Oak Parkways in Norcross. So seemingly they are wanted, and the reason why they're wanted is following the arson investigation. The investigators have found that the premises, the house that was devastated, had unsanitary and dangerous living conditions within the home. Investigators said that they found improvised camping style toilet seat buckets and non-usable toilets with septic tanks not working or full, or not working and not full. Water from the faucet was redirected to a 5-gallon bucket sitting on the floor. The showers and the bathtubs did not appear to be functioning. So, in essence, the home was not habitable, and potentially, arguably so. Perhaps that's a little bit of speculation on my part. That's what I'm gathering from having read this. I'm thinking that this home, had, I mean, maybe I'm not using the best words here, but it had the potential. The home had the potential to be fully functioning in regards to its internal plumbing. Even if there was some damage to the internal plumbing, it's the kind of thing that you would just get repaired. Yet these guys seemingly did not do that. These guys were living in an unsanitary and dangerous environment and subjecting their two children, at least their two children, to living in the environment. I think they have at least 3 children. Police also discovered that the children had not been to school in years. And another little bit of information that we have is, hang on, what's going on there? Is that investigators discovered that the McCue children were frequently locked inside their home for long periods of time and hadn't been to school in years. So child abuse certainly seems to be the case here. And was it that the children were imprisoned to some extent? It seems like that's perhaps the situation, not necessarily definitely, but perhaps investigators have attempted to speak with the two parents, but they've managed to keep evading police questioning. So seemingly they are wanted, seemingly they are on the run. Here they are, last seen in a white Honda Accord, Georgia tag CHB 7385, driving along Interstate 85 northbound near Oak Parkways in Norcross. So if anyone has any information, please do contact the authorities, GCPD, or contact Crime Stoppers. So, of course, this is, again, an absolute tragedy. The death of an innocent child, the loss of an innocent soul, 10-year-old Zoe McCue. She was in a room which had no windows. She had no chance of escape. She was trapped. I'm wondering if she was also locked inside the room or locked inside the home. I'm wondering if that's potentially the case. The 15-year-old seems to be, well, the investigators seem very confident that the 15-year-old is guilty of arson, setting the fire alight. But is there more to the story? Had he had a psychological outburst or such, a psychological episode after having been imprisoned? Perhaps, I don't know. Perhaps I'm wrong for even suggesting such a thing. But perhaps the parents are not the innocent parties that I had assumed. I had assumed that this situation occurred due to the scumbag 15-year-old brother, the son. But, perhaps there's more to the story, more layers to the onion, as it were. And perhaps these two scumbags were putting perhaps all of their children, or the 10-year-old and the 15-year-old, through a lot of hardship. And maybe the 15-year-old faced a breaking point. I don't know. And I feel perhaps I'm wrong for even suggesting such a thing, because I don't want to take away the guilt or downplay the guilt of somebody that committed arson, which led to the death of 10-year-old Zoe McCue. So I'm going to wrap things up here at this point. If there are more updates, I'll perhaps make further videos. So we'll see what happens. But of course, we do hope that the investigation continues. We hope that these two guys are captured, or they turn themselves in, and that the police are able to interview them and do their investigations as they see fit, without being given the runaround, without the evasion of the parents. Unless I hope that they do get to the bottom as to what the fuck was going on in the house, which I believe we saw pictures of the house previously prior to the arson, and I think it's, a simple home, but a home. It wasn't an absolute wreck as far as I understand, so it does seem very odd, and I guess suspicious, that the internal plumbing had perhaps purposefully been deactivated. If that's the right word, it may not be, but you know my meaning in any case. So look, I'll wrap things up here, guys. Maybe tell me your speculation, maybe don't, up to you. Maybe tell me what you think of my speculation. I think perhaps these guys are complete weirdos that were on an ongoing basis subjecting I think they have 3 children. I may have that wrong, but I think they do have 3 children. But subjecting at least 2 of their children to ongoing abuse, harassment, dreadful living conditions as a form of torture and abuse. And maybe the 15-year-old snapped and still absolutely did the wrong thing, of course, not taking that away, but maybe there was a psychological break that occurred there, and he felt the need for the family home to be destroyed because of what was going on within it. And unfortunately, that led to the death of Zoe. I'm going to wrap things up here, guys. Please do like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts, and I'll thank you for your time.